Hello everyone, myself Ankit. Today I want to talk on something which we have accepted and instilled in our brain, in our heart, in our veins so deeply that it will be very difficult to vent that thing out from our system. And that thing is growth. I support growth, but only growth, only development is not good. Just imagine every year, every nation, every superpower on this earth, on this planet is fighting to get good economic number, good numbers of GDP. Some are at $5 trillion economy, some are at 3 trillion, some are at 20 trillion. So this, I do not understand when this race will end, and I also do not understand till what time we can continue this race. Till what point, till what $1 trillion we can continue this race. See, just to get good numbers of GDP, just to get good numbers of economy, we are seriously and literally are putting too much pressure on our mother nature. Too much pressure on our mother nature that sometimes it feels that for our own illogical needs and greed, we are raping our own mother nature. Because uncontrolled way and undesirable state of development that we have seen after the industrial revolution, which started way back 150 years ago. And after 150 years, here we are facing global warming, facing too much of carbon in the system, pollution, and so many other derivative issues. And the nature itself tells you that something which is growing at uncontrolled pace, speed, in undesirable state, without comprehensively thinking about the system or the surrounding, that thing we call as the cancer. And same cancer tissues type phenomena is happening to our growth, to our development. We do not have any cap, we do not have any resistance or any boundaries. And because of that, we are putting unlimited pressure on limited land, on limited resources, and on the limited one planet, which is also limited to this solar system. But we have to understand that we have to deeply understand that our existence is not just to grow. Rather, our existence has a greater meaning, greater vitality, and greater truth that we have failed to understand. A human or any species or any living thing on this planet should thrive in a better way, should thrive in a better way than their ancestors, and should provide a good thriving environment for their offspring so that they can thrive and they can flourish better than you. And just thinking about growth is so feel like a cancer of our mother earth, created by the tissues like humans. Because when we think about thriving, it has component that is growth. It also has so many other components like freedom of thoughts, using your raw intelligence, making good relations, making memories, printing some good impact on this society, on this nature, making influence, driving and leading your species to better world. and living in this planet, living in this ecosystem with consensus, and having happiness and good livelihood and lifestyle standard and values, all these things will make a definition that is thriving. But we have been so uneducated to understand this thing. We have been so uneducated till this point that we have only focused towards some numbers in a bank and growth and infrastructure. And we have created a forest of buildings in undesirable manner without thinking about the geography, without thinking about the demographic, without thinking about the sustainability and sustenance. And we have to understand we have limits. We have limits when we live in this planet. So GDP cannot grow every year. There will be a point, there will be a year, there will be a mark where we have to stop, where we have to stop this growth and rather develop other thing, rather grow other thing, other components of thriving. Growth is just one component of thriving. And other components are like peace of mind, freedom of thoughts, using your intelligence, relations, memory, creating sustenance, sustainability, comprehensiveness, and living in consensus with the environment. Why we do not create currencies for all those stuff also? So that our human behavior, our human intelligence and efforts will be diverted towards that area too. That is something which can give a good livable life to a human, which we seriously have failed till this point to understand and to learn. So prefer thriving over growth.